What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Welcome to the RNEWS Evening Show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news. Postal Service plans to remove 671 high-volume mail processing machines. Their own fricking leadership is saying there will be unprecedented high volume come November. There is no way to interpret this except as an attack on our democracy. Edit. You can shove your Second Amendment up your butt. Americans don't kill each other over politics. At the very least, let's at least try mass protest first. Jesus freaking Christ. Edit 2. Yes. We had a civil war. That was between the state and those who declared themselves no longer American. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. Edited for reference. Reminder. In every state except Tennessee you can drop your ballots off at the county clerk board of elections yourself. Edit. And Missouri. Apparently. Edit 2. As another reminder. States need more poll workers since they're usually staffed by older folks who are staying home because of COVID. www.workelections.com, www.polero.org. Edit 3. If you're concerned about election security, Jenny Cohn on Twitter is the gal to follow. Twitter.com. FYI Tennesseans. On Monday, the Tennessee Supreme Court ruled fear of the coronavirus is no longer a valid reason to vote absentee. Early voting is still a thing. However, find your local polling place and vote early if possible. This is such a blatant attempt to try to steal an election. What a freaking disgrace to pile on every other disgrace. How can anyone possibly defend this? You're watching the Reddit News Show. From r/politics. Swalwell called for creation of Presidential Crimes Commission to investigate Trump when he leaves office. We're going to need a Truth and Reconciliation Commission when all this is said and done. What a good freaking Halo level that was. And a cult deprogramming commission. Freaking this. There's going to be a MAGA rally tomorrow and a counter-protest during the now cancelled Woodward Dream Cruise here. Heard a friend was going to drive down there with a QAnon flag. I just don't freaking get it. Conservatives hate uncertainty, so they are the most susceptible to conspiracy theories that promise a simple answer to very complex problems. My uncle sold a fake fuel extended scam to idiots during the 1970s oil crash, and 95% of them were die-hard conservatives. Ugh, what the frick? I'm sorry. It makes my brain feel like it's grinding gears to try to make sense of it. It's beyond us taking the time to understand them at this point. This crap is dangerous, and there's paranoia and rage and a total disregard of facts that I can't handle cause I'm not a psychologist. I feel like I'm going insane. Going insane and remaining sane while the rest of the world goes insane are probably indistinguishable. After Trump is removed, there is no "we have to move on" bullcrap. There needs to be accountability. There needs to be real change in America, and not the crumbs that corporatism offers when they get nervous. Real, lasting change. You're watching the Reddit News Show. From r/World News. Greece has secretly sent away more than 1,000 migrants, taking them to the edge of the country's territorial waters and then abandoning them at sea. Hello, I am from Greece, and the last year I served the Greek army for the mandatory military service. I was numerous times at the border, especially on Pharmakonsi and Kololimnos, two of the most common places for the refugees to arrive. This situation happens, especially the night, from both port authorities, Greek and Turkish, but most of the times they collaborate. Edit. Reading again, my comment can lead to some misconfusions. Both authorities would push boats and rafts across the sea borders, but they would never leave them alone. It was mostly about which party will get them. Collaborate how? Greece drops them off at the edge of their territorial waters, and Turkey picks them up there. Reviewed photographic or video evidence. So, where's this evidence? The NYT article are all stock photos of landings and local clashes. If they had something substantial it would have been front and center. But no, unnamed sources and the Turkish Coast Guard confirms it. Just trust them. Exactly, migrants. And Greece has no obligation to take any migrants. You're watching the Reddit News Show. From r/politics. Postal Service seen hauling mailboxes away in trucks ahead of election. Have you ever in your life seen one post office box removed? I've seen one, once, and I'm 42. That was because it was being replaced due to rust. So even that wasn't being removed. This is completely unprecedented, and if it's true they're destroying million-dollar machines, I have to ask, who's doing the destroying? Postmen? Mercenaries? This is clearly felonious mail tampering. Jesus, the freaking balls of this piece of crap president. With literally any other president, people would have dragged them out of office, but because Republicans are bound and determined to frick over the American people, they will literally let him get away with destroying our democracy. Vote. Vote as if your life depends on it. I will put my life at risk to vote because future generations depend on it. It's not balls. He's scared shitless of what's going to happen to him when he doesn't have the office to protect himself with anymore. New York already has a prison cell all ready to go. It's not balls. He's scared shitless of what's going to happen to him when he doesn't have the office to protect himself with anymore. Just realize that 300+ million people are being suppressed by 51 in the Senate, POTUS, and the conservative majority in SCOTUS. I would say Trump is not at all scared of the American people. You're watching the Reddit News Show. From r/news. Exclusive. UPS, FedEx warn they cannot carry ballots like US Postal Service. Having to pay $15 to $20 to send in your vote is a poll tax straight up. Even 55 cents is a poll tax, small as it is. My, you're telling me that the administration is taking out the Postal Service without an alternative to shoulder the duties. The foresight on these decisions are astounding. Unfortunately, it's not a lack of foresight but merely executing as planned. Posted this elsewhere, but as a reminder, in every state, except Tennessee and Missouri, you can drop your ballots off at the county clerk, Board of Elections yourself. Saw it to keep reposting. Not if Trump succeeds in getting ballots without postmarks excluded. www. Washington Postcom, and the RNC and Trump campaign advisors are now mapping out their post-election strategy, including how to challenge mail ballots without postmarks, as they anticipate weeks-long legal fights in an array of states. According to people familiar with the plans, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe internal discussions. How about instead of trying to sabotage the election in their favor, this administration try having a candidate that a majority of the people would want to be president? You're watching the Reddit News Show. From r/politics. The president is afraid of the American people. Pelosi says Trump is trying to rig election by undermining USPS because he knows he can't win. Twitter.com. Not a new article but worth revisiting. Up to 15% of Postal Service employees are military veterans, many of them disabled. Trump, McConnell and Republicans' war on the post office is a war against them. 2. www.businessinsider.com. I think that the biggest part of the impact to veterans, should something happen to the Postal Service, is that by being a large civilian employer, that opportunity would be gone, Barner said. And not only does it affect veterans, but particularly disabled veterans, veterans that have preferential eligibility. Cutting these jobs could put more disabled vets on the streets because they can't find work. Not that Trump or the GOP care, even though they support the troops. Trump prefers the veterans that didn't get disabled. He literally said it today. He said, "I'm trying to do this to make mail-in voting a disaster this November." That's the sort of thing an enemy of the US would want to do. How the hell is this traitor our president? Edit. Obviously he didn't, literally, say the words. That was just a joke. But what he said necessarily implies it. If Trump takes away our ability to remove him peacefully, the people will remove him violently. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.